you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Eagles coming up next.
Well, this 2024 season has been one to remember. Great games, great players, great finishes. And now, it all comes down to this. One game to decide it all. On this February night at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, this is Super Bowl 59. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. Around the globe, wherever you are, thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, our first Super Bowl together partner. It has been an unpredictable 2024 season, and it all culminates in an unpredictable place, New Orleans, Louisiana.
This is certainly the signature sports moment of the calendar year, Mike, and for the two of us to be able to sit up here together and watch it unfold in real time, it's pretty special, and you just keep thinking all week, who's going to be that breakout player? What's going to be that signature drive or play that decides the outcome of this game? There's been some special moments over the years on these Super Bowl Sundays, and I know you and I are excited when this thing gets... See if we have another one in store.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air to open this one up. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Back to throw. That's hard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that...
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in an early hole.
And he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Backed up to his own goal line, Hurts. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
So after giving up the lead with that safety, they're also going to give up the football. It's a free kick from the 20. So now this team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. Darius Slay, Mr. Big Play, with his hands right around the ball again.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. To throw, Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Inside the 20. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This, about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board here in the 1st.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught! And he will dive into the end zone. 77 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Eagles 3.
So after 1 here in Super Bowl 59, it's the Ravens out front. More from New Orleans after this. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line, and that is going to bring up 4th down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Take it in, back at his own 12. And that's a nice job of... manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's a run going left, and he'll get this forward to about the 33. 3rd and 5. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up to the 42.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
He'll get about 2. The rookie, Quinyon Mitchell, up to make the play defensively. 2nd down and 8. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. That was some kind of run, Greg. We saw him break a tackle and then use his elusiveness to get to the end zone for the score.
Mike, for me, it's all watching his feet. I mean, look at him work. His ability to make guys miss in the open field is special. And I'll tell you what, that play, that was something to watch.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens extend to a 24-3 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. That's taken at about the 14. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. A big play here in the big game. 42 yards. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going up top. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball, and you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
Extra point try forthcoming. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already. These teams finishing off their final adjustments. We're about ready for the second half of Super Bowl 59. And to bring it your way, we go back to Mike Tirico.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because
and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Hurts. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 26-yard line.
We'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space, gain of 7, inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where you're hot.
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Eagles 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
They put Campbell in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Here comes a return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Second down and 3. Here's Hurts. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. He gets free inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens stretch things out even further. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Rodgers. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Hurts. Catch made there, that's Smith. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do too much, and as a result...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. third and long for Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Here comes the Eagles punt team. This is taken at his own 30. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just...
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. On play action, Hurts. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. This from beyond 70 yards away. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Hurts. The ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. begin with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify it. I mean, to have this type of lead in the 4th quarter and still continue to air it out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think it could be pretty interesting.
Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. And make it 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. He's into the end zone for the score. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where the offense will take the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Man in motion is Brown. He'll get this out to the left flat. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. And the Ravens have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, presenting the Lombardi Trophy to the Baltimore Ravens, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will put a wrap on this year on EA Sports. Thanks to my partner, Greg Olson, for a great first season together in the booth. Until the fall, Mike Tirico. Good night from the Super Bowl in New Orleans.